Whoa. I did not expect that at all. I thought I was just going to watch it and be fine. About 13 years ago is when I fully surrendered my life to Jesus. I'd always believed in God. I always believed in Jesus. There was a there was a short period of time in my life where I thought maybe Jesus wasn't the Son of God, and that's because I was looking a little bit more at Judaism at the time, but that was very short-lived. I eventually came back, surrendered my life to Jesus, asked him to use me for the greatest magnitude for the kingdom that he saw fit, and the rest is history. But there was something that I saw during this time of transition when I was transitioning into surrendering my life and diving deep into the word and learning every possible thing that I could about Jesus, about his mission, about all of that. And one of the things that came across my path during that time is a video by Jefferson Bethke. And you may or may not have seen this, but I want to share this with you because maybe you haven't seen it. Now, 35 million people have seen it. I'm probably like 1,000 of those views. But it was something that literally said everything that I had been feeling all of my life and put it into a beautiful spoken word. And today I want to go through this video together. So if you've never heard it, maybe this is going to bless you today. Maybe you're newer to the faith and this is exactly what you need to hear. Maybe you're a seasoned Christian, but you still haven't heard this. And I'm telling you, this is such a blessing to me. Because if there's anything that I know, and if you've followed me for any length of time, maybe not on here, but other platforms, you'll know that I feel this way. If there's one thing that I hate when people ask me or say to me, oh, you're religious. Oh, no, I am not religious. I follow Jesus. I'm not religious. I hate that word. So let's watch this together. The title of this video is Why I Hate Religion But Love Jesus. So let's watch it and then I'll give you some commentary throughout. Let's just talk about it. And drop a comment below if you've actually seen this before. And if you have, I guarantee you this will be such a great refresher because I haven't seen it. I actually haven't watched it in a couple years. So we're going to be watching this. This is going to be a refresher for me as well because I haven't watched it in a couple years. So let's go.
What if I told you Jesus came to abolish religion? What if I told you voting Republican really wasn't his mission? What if I told you Republican doesn't automatically mean Christian, and just because you call some people blind doesn't automatically give you vision? I mean, if religion is so great, why has it started so many wars? Why does it build huge churches but fails to feed the poor? Tell single moms God doesn't love them if they've ever had a divorce, but in the Old Testament, God actually calls religious people whores.
I think we all needed this reminder the past couple elections because we're not going to talk politics, but what I am going to say is that there is one thing that I hate is that our current president has become synonymous with Christianity. And I just can't stand that. The fact that that has happened is kind of gross because it really doesn't have anything to do with that. And he just said that. So let's keep going.
Religion might preach grace, but another thing they practice, tend to ridicule God's people. They did it to John the Baptist. They can't fix their problems, and so they just mask it, not realizing religion's like spraying perfume on a casket. See, the problem with religion is it never gets to the core. It's just behavior modification, like a long list of chores. Like, let's dress up the outside, make it look nice and neat. But it's funny, that's what they used to do to mummies while the corpse rots underneath.
Okay, first of all, the second that this video started, I have chills from literally the end of my fingertips all the way to the top of my head. Like, I feel the Holy Spirit so strong right now. This spoken word was 100% Holy Spirit led. There is no doubt in my mind I will die on that hill for the rest of my life. But this is one thing that my dad, growing up Baptist, used to question the pastor on Sundays and say, I'm noticing a trend. I go out and I see these people during the week and they're drinking and they're out partying and they're doing all these things. And then on Sunday, they're coming in all dressed up to the nines, acting like they're perfect. Religion.
Now I ain't judging, I'm just saying, quit putting on a fake look. Because there's a problem if people only know that you're a Christian by your Facebook. I mean, in every other aspect of life, you know that logic's unworthy. It's like saying you play for the Lakers just because you bought a jersey. See, this was me too, but no one seemed to be on to me. Acting like a church kid while addicted to pornography. See, on Sunday I'd go to church, but Saturday getting faded, acting if I was simply created to just have sex and get wasted. See, I spent my whole life building this facade of neatness, but now that I know Jesus, I boast in my weakness.
I'm telling you guys, this video. There is so much truth to this. How many people do you know that say, I'm a Christian? Or they post once a year on Facebook, he is risen, but you never see any fruit the rest of the year. There's no other glorifying God in anything else that they do.
See, I spent my whole life building this facade of neatness, but now that I know Jesus, I boast in my weakness. Because if grace is water, then the church should be an ocean. It's not a museum for good people, it's a hospital for the broken, which means I don't have to hide my failure, I don't have to hide my sin, because it doesn't depend on me, it depends on Him. See, because when I was God's enemy, and certainly not a fan, He looked down and said, I want that man.
I can't hold it together. I didn't know this was going to hit me so emotionally. Ain't that the truth? We're walking around in sin and brokenness, and God's just looking down saying, I want you. I want you. Please look up here. Please call out to me because I want you. Ooh.
Which is why Jesus hated religion, and for it He called them fools. Don't you see so much better than just following some rules? Now let me clarify. I love the church, I love the Bible, and yes, I believe in sin. But if Jesus came to your church, would they actually let Him in? See, remember He was called a glutton and a drunkard by religious men. But the Son of God never supports self-righteousness, not now, not then. Now back to the point, one thing is vital to mention. How Jesus and religion are on opposite spectrums. See, one's the work of God, but one's a man-made invention. See, one is the cure, but the other's the infection. See, because religion says do, Jesus says done.
I don't want to stop. I hate having to stop right now. Religion says do. Jesus says done. Why isn't that on a t-shirt?
Religion says slave. Jesus says son. Religion puts you in bondage while Jesus sets you free. Religion makes you blind, but Jesus makes you see. And that's why religion and Jesus are two different clans. Religion is man searching for God. Christianity is God searching for man. Which is why salvation is freely mine and forgiveness is my own. Not based on my merits, but Jesus' obedience alone. Because He took the crown of thorns and the blood dripped down His face. He took what we all deserved. I guess that's why you call it grace. And while being murdered, He yelled, Father, forgive them. They know not what they do. Because when He was dangling on that cross, He was thinking of you. And He absorbed all your sin and He buried it in the tomb, which is why I'm kneeling at the cross saying, come on, there's room. So for religion, no, I hate it. In fact, I literally resent it. Because when Jesus said, it is finished, I believe He meant it.
My gosh. Whoa. I did not expect that at all. I thought I was just going to watch it and be fine. God bless Jefferson Bethke because he was obedient. And he did a lot after this, but I will say this was the thing that God elevated so much because I believe that every single word spoken in this video and in this spoken word is from God. And if we could just put this on repeat every day on every platform so that people would understand that living a life for Jesus is so much different than being religious. Wowzers. Well, I would love to hear from you. Have you guys seen this video? Is this the first time you're seeing it? If it is, go, and even if you've seen it before, click on the link below. I'm going to put it in the description box and go watch it uninterrupted. But this video resonated deeply with me during a very pivotal time in my life when I was seeking truth and I was seeking purpose. And it reminded me that following Jesus isn't about adhering to any set of rules, but it's about embracing a transformative relationship with Him. And if you're searching for meaning or feel burdened by religious expectations, know that Jesus offers rest, He offers freedom, and He offers unconditional love. And I encourage you to watch the full video to reflect on the message, because it might just change your life as it did mine. So God bless. Thank you so much for watching this. If you liked this message, please consider liking and subscribing and hitting that notification bell so that you know whenever I upload new stuff. I am on a 60-day sprint right now, so I'm going to be uploading a ton of content, all different kinds, just to kind of keep things interesting, keep it impactful, and I would love to have you along for this journey. So take care. God bless. Thanks for being here.